fly ball, a drive to center field. That'll get over the head of Robinson and all the way to the fence.
Lorbeck drives the lane, puts it up, right-hand lane, gets it to fall. He'll go to line for one more.
Very nice take by Zach Lorbeck.
Trying to go around to Engel. He stones him far side.
Point blank on Engel again, and he stops him.
Shotgun snap, Engel looking left, now looking right. Throw far side, throws a fade up for grabs. Hunter Beechler, far side, pile on. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. She'll line and fall into left field, and that'll go all the way to the fence. Coming in to score will be Hilbert. Feed it in. Maddie Ray, a right-hand lay in and down.
Great steal by Ray. Jerks with a nice lob over the top.
Four skates to the near side circle, looking for some time. One timer to Martin Suna. Knock off the water bottle. It's a one-timer and a goal, and the Pirates, they extend their lead.
He takes a swing at it. He'll send that one deep to right. And looks like that one's going to be a walk-off grand slam for Joe Byer.
Swinging a fly ball to center field.
It's over!
And that's it!
The Pirates win it!
Back Saturday morning as we get set for resumption of play. Bayport and Notre Dame as we will take back to this one 21-7. It'll be Triton football as we welcome you back from Notre Dame Academy. Chris Learman, Mike Frieder with you as kind of a college game day feel, although we're only going to play half a football game.
And it's a high school game, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, it feels perfect. But it feels like Pop Warner football Saturday morning, and these kids out there played a lot of that. And I didn't wear my hat today, Chris, and as you know, I'm a little physically challenged. So
sunburn is in the forecast.
A lot of grounded pound here, but crazy weather last night, and it reminded me of a couple different stories. This happened back when Coach Willickett was here at the old high school. It's the only time I can remember of a delay. And at that time, no video were allowed. So both coaches, Phil Morgan and Mike Willickett, agreed they would not watch any video. And much like pro football, Chris, if you remember the days when they used to run down pictures.
Yeah.
There was no video there either, but now those things have changed. Otis Chambers in the house. Otis didn't even go home. Otis actually stayed here. Otis stayed on this side of town the entire night, and he's back here this morning. So that's good that Otis is here. But crowd filing in here this morning, and we'll get started here in about 7 minutes. I'm guessing no intros, and I'm not even sure about a national anthem, how that works.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so, but maybe.
But we'll see. Bayport up 21-7. If you remember last night, it ended with a pick from Notre Dame. And, we talked about it too, Chris. These kids play hard, hit hard, two physical teams, and now they wake up usually on Saturday morning and get a time to just take a day off and many times come in and take a little ice bath at school or come back on Sunday to watch some film. But today they're going to suit it up again this morning. But I was talking to Cole Benson a little bit this morning. He looks like he's ready to go. And an interesting story last night. If you know Coach Turnquist, 54 years of coaching, Coach T is obsessed with footballs. And he takes care of the footballs better than any person I know. Well, Coach T left the football bag, Chris, here last night. He realizes this and shows up this morning early here at Notre Dame. And Coach T, at the age of 73, 4, 5, 6, 7, right in that area, decides to jump the fence to get the bag of footballs. That's the dedication of Coach T, a Hall of Famer. So I was giving him a hard time this morning. But it should be fun. Should be a good hour of football, and like you said, Chris, it'll be Notre Dame's football on about the 10-yard line, I think. Is that correct, Chris? After a
10-yard line, yep.
There was a penalty after that on Notre Dame, so go half the distance back to the 10. So it should be a good one. 21-7. We'll start this morning in about 5 minutes.
Today's Bayport football broadcast proudly supported by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. By the Press Times, your local paper and online source for Pirate Athletics. By Bellin Health, Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics. By Town Line Pub and Grill, Team Apparel and Specialties. By Synergy Sports Performance and Doozy Sports Club. By Vandervest Harley Davidson, Advanced Digital. Bayport Hockey Boosters, by Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists of Green Bay. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian Food and Irish Spirit. And by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Chris and Mike from Notre Dame Academy. As Mike mentioned, we left off with you last play before the second lightning delay that sent us into a postponement into this morning. Bayport had the football and driving, and they throw a third down pass into the end zone, and it was intercepted, a high ball thrown up for the 6-7-8 four-stick, and as he tried to come down with it, he brought the ball down and into the defensive back, who he had probably 9-10 inches on, looking at the team rosters, and it got intercepted. That resulted in a touchback to the 20-yard line. There was a taunting or celebration penalty flag, so that brings it back half distance to the goal. So Notre Dame will start at their own 10-yard line. They trail 21-7. We will have 7 minutes and 28 seconds left here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, we had some great views last night, as you can see our end zone camera. And when I got home last night, and we packed it up pretty quickly after
Thankfully.
that second delay, thinking we're not coming back here. And thankfully we did, because by the time we packed everything up and got in the back of Chris's car, we were about 30 seconds away from absolutely being wet, very wet, as it poured, as you are well aware. And so should be a good one here from Notre Dame this morning. And hopefully players come out and stretch out and do whatever they do. Bayport went through their normal pregame like you thought they would, and so it should be interesting. Bayport down a few players just due to some weekend commitments. That's to be expected. I'm guessing Notre Dame probably the same way. And so 21-7, and if you're Notre Dame, I mean, I think this is probably the only way you can win this football game. They got tired. They were getting tired, and we talked about it in last night's game, Chris, where early on it'll probably be a good game, and probably if script holds true, Bayport will just wear them down because they don't have people playing both ways.
Right.
Notre Dame has a lot of them. So if you're Notre Dame, you probably didn't want to come back out last night, and now you get the football, and you got a chance to be fresh and maybe play a nose-to-nose and get this to a one-score game. And so it'll be critical here on this first drive if Bayport can get a stop and get the football back. But should be a lot of fun. It's great. Saturday morning, beautiful weather.
Tent is gone.
Tent is gone. Double the pay, obviously.
Yeah, Coach Bobinski needed more pay, so he's
Coach
back.
Babinski, once again, Bayport first and 11, Notre Dame first and 9. So
Gets a little subtle jab at Rickle in, too.
always good to, when you got a good relationship with people from other schools, it's always fun to go on the road and see good quality people. And Coach Babinski, one of them, as he has a chance to take over the men's basketball program here at Notre Dame. We wish him the best, obviously, when he's not playing us. Yeah, but when he's playing us, we wish him the best also. So it's always fun. And not a huge crowd here this morning, but they're rolling in. People have got their coffee, and we're going to play some football here in about 2 minutes. I don't know what we're going to get.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't ask for doing national anthem or anything, but feel free to tweet the booth. Let us know where you're listening from.
Yeah, doubleheader. So if you're the
Troy Frisk with us.
outstanding.
First one in out of the chute. Yeah, you can watch this for the 10 o'clock kickoff. Packers at noon today.
Packers at noon our time. So hopefully Jerry Montgomery and Joe Barry, their kids, both players here at Bayport, out there coaching up the pack. Jerry, defensive line coach. Joe Barry, defensive coordinator. They were listening in last night. Sam with a big game last night. And Tommy Hall really showed something last night after getting no carries in the first game. Tommy had a huge day, and really great to see that. So Bayport trying to share the wealth here early on in this season and kind of get in that tempo that they want late in the season as they enter the playoffs. Jaden Montgomery not playing again today. Did not play last night. Hopes to get back in action next week against Sheboygan North, both defensively and offensively. So trying to stay healthy, and we said about it before, coming back and playing right away. Probably a lot of sore bodies out there. Cole Benson finished that runoff last night right here in our living room. And
yeah, we shared those big plays on social media that you were able to see, at least on the Twitter feed. And
I give you a lot of credit, Chris. I usually don't, but Chris announces the game. He does the video. He keeps the stats, and whoever does the game with him. And I'm fortunate enough to do it for 8 years. We just show up and try to provide some entertainment along the way if you're listening out there. But we're going to get started here. First and 10, Notre Dame from their 10-yard line.
That's fantastic. So it'll be Notre Dame football to get things going. 7:28 on the third quarter clock. Welcome in Chris and Mike on a Saturday morning for high school football. 21-7 Bayport. Pirates had a chance to go up 28-7, but again, the interception on the last play before we sent you home.
Kind of feels like a scrimmage right now, Chris.
So it'll be Sam Legowski, the quarterback, 6'3", $180. High formation, and Hornacek is going to be met in the hole immediately. There is Tevin. He's up bright and early.
Tevin must have had breakfast this morning, man, because he brought it there as he filled the hole. Tevin said, no, not this morning, and it's going to be a loss of one, double sticks now, as it's going to be about 10.5 to gain. So Tevin shows his presence right away early on this morning.
From behind the end zone here at Notre Dame Academy, Ted Fritsch Field. 7 minutes and rolling here in quarter number 3. Tight end to the right side of the line. I formation, Notre Dame. 2nd and 11 from their own 9-yard line. Legowski looking to get the Pirates to jump. They don't. Hornacek going to break a tackle, try to shift it right, gets through the linebackers up across the 15 towards the 16-yard line. 7 yards on the carry, and that will bring up 3rd and 4. 3rd and manageable, but probably from this part of the field, a passing down.
Hornacek's nice athlete. He had a nice game last night, touchdown run. It was the only score for Notre Dame, but he's got that ability to go sideways and straight forward kind of at the same time, and he's slippery back there. So big play now, 3rd and 4 for Notre Dame.
Legowski is going to go to the shotgun, tailback to his left. 2 wide receivers to the left side of the line. 1 out to the right. And Legowski looking left the entire way. 3-step drop, throws it in the flat quickly. A.J. Corshane to make a tackle, but not before the catch by Keegan King and the first down by Keegan King up to the 26-yard line. That's going to move the sticks. 1st and 10.
A.J. with a nice play there. Not much he can do there. Perfectly thrown ball even before the runner went into the out pattern part of it. And so nice play by Notre Dame is critical here with now under 6 minutes left. 5:52 here in the 3rd quarter, that they get something on the board here and make this a 1-score game.
Back to the I formation. Hornacek is the deep back of the tandem. Fake play action to him. Legowski looking backside for a wheel route to the running back. He's got it to the left sideline and nobody in front of him. Across midfield, 40, 30. Breaks a tackle inside the 20, 10, 5, reaching for the pylon. And it's going to be all the way down inside the 2. A rollout throwback. The screen wasn't there, so smartly Hornacek just did a wheel route, and there was nobody in front of him.
Well thrown ball, pitch and catch, and all of a sudden, a game that looked like it was going to be 28-7 last night and probably over. Now it might be 21-14, and we got ourselves a football game.
Down to the 1-yard line, and Notre Dame on the far side of the field. Back to the I formation. T. Bix, bright and early with you.
You know, always no tees up, alumni, 2017 graduate.
And up the left guard into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame Tritons.
So Notre Dame does exactly what they want to do. And I'm sure they watched some video last night and said, hey, what's Bayport vulnerable on? And they took advantage of it there with a great pitch and catch down to the 1. And Hornacek with the touchdown. Now it's 21-13, and we got ourselves a game.
So the extra point now coming from the Tritons off the left foot of Sam Gill. And the extra point is good. No concessions this morning. Hope you stopped at Quick Trip or wherever on the way in. Perhaps you got some breakfast at Town Line.
I didn't, Chris. I got up early, went for a walk with my wife.
Oh.
I'm a little hungry right now. I had a cup of coffee, so I'm a little pumped up here. I got 2 cups, actually, in me, so I'm ready to go. Didn't wear a hat, though, and that could be an issue for me.
Good morning, Karen Verkylen, Kathy and Ben from Eagle River, Paul Stevens,
Kathy
Dana
and Ben
Black.
Kathy and Ben are up already?
Yeah, I think they're 2 bloodies in.
Well, you know, or they just had the computer on and they're still in bed, but it looks like they're up.
I think they're out. They could be out on the boat, sitting on the dock.
Enjoying a beautiful day.
Dana Black. So we will have to update the score. Thank you, Troy. Boy, we got to get back into game mode.
We do. It's hard. I mean, you know, we usually have all day to prepare, Chris. And now we just wake up and got to get right after it.
21-14.
So now big drive for the Pirates here. Can they respond? Little wind difference here this morning, too, as Notre Dame going downwind from south to north.
The kick, and that will send the far side. A.J. Corshane all the way back. Lets it go over his head, and that will be a touchback. 5:07 to go in quarter number 3. It's 21-14. We can welcome in Braden and Owen Radish watching along with us.
Outstanding. I'm sure Braden has cleaned his room, probably made breakfast for Mom and Dad already. James probably kicking back a little bit. Boys taking care of him like usual, I'm sure.
Bayport from their own 20-yard line. I mentioned 5:07 to go in quarter number 3. So Pirates on the far side of the field. They'll come to us for the last bit of this third quarter of action. Resumption of last night's lightning delay, storm out, postponement. 2 receivers to the left side. One is Barry to the right, and direct run for Benson trying to go off left guard, and immediately stood up by Braden Curtin.
And Big Mo has started on Notre Dame's side here early from Notre Dame. 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. And if you're the Pirates now, you're a little bit on your heels right now.
Loss of maybe a half a yard back at 19.5, and a quick speed out to Sam Barry on the Pirate sideline, and Barry's going to make the grab. Get about half the yardage needed to get to the sticks.
We talked about it last night. Notre Dame man-to-man all over the place, much like Bayport plays. And Bayport's done a nice job with the passing game last night. Only 1 incompletion. Actually, it wasn't an incompletion. It was an interception.
Yeah, never touched the ground.
Other than that, Cole Benson perfect on the night and threw a perfect ball to Nate Forstek on that play. Just a great play by the Notre Dame defender.
So they mark it a gain of 7. Bayport needs 4 yards and back to the exact same play. It's going to be a quick speed out. And Barry is going to have it just in front of the sticks. Does he have enough for the first down? The white cap is going to walk up. And he will point first down. Barry needed the 30. And he's got the 30.
Huge first down for the Pirates. They would have to kick back into a little breeze, and Notre Dame be looking at good field position. So once again, Sam Barry, a difference maker out there today, like he was last night.
Pirates back to their traditional pistol formation, and it's going to be a speed option near side, and it's going to be pitched out to Tommy Hall, who gets upended on the left side of your screen. Big hit on the play. And a tackle is by Max Augustine, the junior defensive back.
Yeah, you're 1 block away from a big play there. It has to be made by the wide receiver. It wasn't made right there, and Notre Dame saw that play a few times last night. Tommy had a big run down that same sideline last night. Not today, however. 2nd down and double sticks now for the Pirates.
Yeah, we saw the receiver, the big run, because Sam Barry had a big block last night on that one by Tommy Hall.
Barry again out here all by himself.
30-yard line, the Pirates, 2nd and 11. Benson is going to fake the handoff to O'Connell, and then ball is on the ground. And going back to jump on it will be Cole Benson, the Bayport quarterback. Immediately, O'Connell turns around, puts his hands on his head, so I don't know if maybe one thought it was supposed to be kept or given, but Bayport, a near giveaway. Loss of about 4 yards, marked a loss of 5, and Bayport's going to have 3rd and 16.
And a big change for the Notre Dame here. They bring Hornacek out to guard the right, in your screen, the right receiver left of the quarterback. He didn't play at all at D-back, I don't think, last night.
Barry in the slot, looking for a wheel route, throws a comeback, and Sam's got a grab in front of a defensive back, jumps up across the 40-yard line, needs the 41. Does he have enough to go? He's going to be shy. It is 4th down. I believe he needed 16 as the clock moves under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I think if you're Coach Westerman, you're going to go for it here.
It looks like it's going to be 4th and a yard and a half.
We have not seen Tevin Montgomery at all at running back.
Yeah, no
We're
Pirate
not gonna
Packers
see
at
him
all.
Here either.
Hall the tailback. Maybe Pirate tries to get him to jump. Notre Dame not going to jump into the neutral zone, trying to get that 5 free yards. And now the back judge, you can see in front of us, puts his arm up.
Timeout here.
And a timeout taken by Bayport. 1:16 to go in quarter number 3. Tritons already a touchdown in this morning. They are trailing by just 7, and they have Bayport facing a 4th and 1, and I would expect the Pirate package to come in. As we remind you, you can combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish. Add some Chicago flair. You've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago style north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay to Pier and on Lineville Road. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit. Chris and Mike this Saturday morning, 21-14 your score. Bayport leading by 7. As I'm reminded that Bayport 1-0, Notre Dame 0-1.
And now Tevin Montgomery, you'll see his first action of the game today. No action at running back last night. I think Tevin's in there. Hard to see us.
Yep.
He came off the sidelines during that timeout. I think Coach Westerman knew exactly what he was going to do there. It was try to draw him off sides and then bring that Pirate package in.
It doesn't look like Pirate package. They sent 2 receivers to the right of your screen.
Tevin is in the game, however.
It is Montgomery in the backfield. He had a big stop on the first play, and it's going to be Benson to follow Montgomery, pushing forward, following a pulling guard. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Leading the way is Austin Holton, a senior offensive lineman. That's going to move the sticks. And it's a gain of 5, 1st and 10.
Nice job there by Buckner, McDonald, Holton. Nice job by Tevin Montgomery. Nice play scheme there as they fake it to Montgomery. He leads the way. Cole Benson just picks his way to a first down. We're under a minute here in the third quarter. Bayport now with 2 first downs in a row. Big play there for the Pirates.
Tritons again. Benson looking to pitch it out. Instead, he's going to keep it again off left guard. We talked about that before we got on there. Cole, after week 1, his first varsity action at quarterback, and he had some nicks on him, right? You take a lot of hits and blows throughout the day.
He did. Ran the ball a number of times in that first game.
You're going to come back 12 hours later.
He came in pretty sore, according to Tyler and Eric, but you're going to be. It's a football game, right? And he plays hard, and I'm guessing this morning he wakes up pretty sore, but he's out here competing again today. Hornacek now not at D-back. Barry out there on an island.
2nd and 7 for Cole Benson. Take the snap. Play action. Pump fake one way, throw it back the other. Cooper O'Connell pushed out of bounds just in front of the Notre Dame bench. Across the midfield stripe. And I think
got a player down for Notre Dame.
They do have an injury.
So that play, nice play by Cole Benson there. Fakes to Barry and goes, throws it a long way for a completion, but throws it right on the numbers again as Cole continues to be impressive. So Notre Dame player down. Hopefully he's okay. Bayport immediately signaled for players to come out on, or the trainer, who's Dennis Manty. Dennis, a 2013 graduate of Bayport High School, attended Concordia. And so he's doing his work for Prevea. He's out there assisting like he was last night, along with Eric from Bellin, our trainer. And shout out to Tyler, who's getting married today.
Big day for him.
Big day for Tyler. So congratulations to him. I'm sure he's listening.
Texted him this morning.
Did you?
I'll have a good day.
I'll do that later on. Well done.
So we break in the action with 5 seconds left. Vandervest Harley-Davidson of Green Bay, the Bay Area's largest selection of everything Harley-Davidson. Visit them online at vvhd.com or stop in and see the largest motorcycle inventory in the Bay. Vandervest Harley-Davidson, your destination dealership. You know, it's a great day. Now, obviously not like yesterday's weather that we can see maybe I don't know if Coach Gladwell is listening or if he's already out on the bike.
Yeah, big Harley guy. But great day to ride today. Great day to play some golf, which I plan on doing later on today. Brett's coming home, and my son Brett is looking forward to spending some time with him this afternoon. I was hoping he could maybe get up early and get here for the game. Not exactly sure where he is on his destination home today, but looking forward to seeing him as the Notre Dame player. Can't see who that is. We'd love to tell you, but don't want to give you the wrong name, obviously.
Mark Sonnabend listening from Indy.
It's a lower leg injury, it appears, as the athletic director from Notre Dame comes.
Removes a sneaker.
Walking out to check it out. It didn't look good when it started, just because the Bayport players immediately calling for the Notre Dame people to come over. It looks like he's going to get up. Coach Rader walks out there, but
we'll give you some stats we have, Mike. We have 5 seconds left. We're assuming the quarter is over. Here are your third quarter stats. Total yards, Bayport 313, Notre Dame 259. Time of possession, Bayport's had it for 22-10 to Notre Dame's under 14 minutes. So obviously the Pirates, per usual, able to wear teams down. kind of like this. Notre Dame got a reset. We talked about that already.
Yeah.
Bayport starting to wear them down, up 21-7, trying to go in for a score. And then a team that's got to play both ways with a lot of players. And
I got home last night, and I was obviously home early, and my wife knew that the game hadn't been completed. And she said, "What'd you think?" I said, "Well, Bayport's wearing them down. I think it's going to be like a 35-7 game maybe at the end, 35-14. However, now they got a chance when you come back, and you're going to get a good night's sleep, and you're going to come out fresh, and they showed that."
so they're going to have to run another snap. And Benson's going to try to run off of left guard again, and that will end the third quarter. As Bayport picks up the third down conversion, and to the fourth quarter we move from Notre Dame Academy. Bayport 21, Notre Dame 14. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
Welcome to Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, where we've taken the best of sports medicine and orthopedic care and placed it where the world can find it, in the Titletown district next to Lambeau and in a league of its own. At Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, we've made sure every aspect of your experience feels like a home field advantage. With elite care from the same sports medicine's fellowship physicians who treat the world's best athletes. So whether you're an athlete who wants to get back in the game or someone who just wants to get back to life with less pain, Titletown is where your comeback begins. Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics from Bell & Health. We write comeback stories. Learn more at bellin.org/Titletown.
You're listening to Bayport Pirate Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
Fourth quarter from Notre Dame Academy. Chris and Mike with you on a Saturday morning. 21-14 Notre Dame scored a touchdown in the third to cut the deficit in half. Bayport is on the move, just converted 3rd and 3. And they will have the ball 41-yard line going away from us for the entire duration of the fourth quarter.
So we hope not to see a lot of people down on this end, Chris. We hope it stays on that end for the majority of this quarter. But a good game here as Notre Dame comes out fresh and punches Bayport in the mouth to make it 21-14. Still Pirates with a one-score lead, and now Bayport trying to respond with a drive of their own. They've had 3 consecutive first downs on this drive.
Cole Benson take the snap. Immediately, quarterback's just going to directly power to the right. No tailback in the backfield. The fullback and Sam Breiter. Well, that's about it. And power football off right. We'll gain about 4 yards on first down inside the Notre Dame 40. We have 11:45 and ticking here in the fourth.
Tevin Montgomery itching to get in over there. He's been in on one offensive play tonight, but standing next to Coach Westerman and in Coach Westerman's ear, I think, saying, "Hey, put me in." I'm sure he's not. Just ready whenever Coach calls on him.
Quick throw left side. It's going to be Sam Berry. Flag comes in, likely an illegal block or hold on the wide receiver.
No question, a holding call there, I think. Wide out, right in the open, so I think that's going to be a pretty easy call. Sam makes a nice catch and a nice run, but I think we're going to go backwards in regards to that. Everybody beeping here today. I don't necessarily know what the some type of parade here. Or some type of, I'm not sure what's going on right there. Chris?
Redistricting something, I don't know.
So we're going to get a holding call. And the Pirates are going to have about a 2nd and 18 maybe after that play.
So the Pirates are backed up. It is a spot foul for holding. They call it a gain of 3, but then 10-yard penalty. So it's a loss of 7 in the end. So 2nd and 14 from the Notre Dame 45. On the other side of midfield. Do you look to go throw?
I think you go run for sure on this play. And then maybe throw after that. But we'll see what happens here. But
can you see Bayport's got nobody in the backfield with number 13, the quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Benson takes the snap, looking right the entire way, flushed out. On the run, looking right, looking deep, and now Cole Benson's going to pull it down. Gets inside the 40 and breaks a tackle inside the 35-yard line. Nice decision by Cole Benson. And a timeout by the officials. As
possibly for a measurement?
I can't imagine a measurement. I think he's got a player that was down or something.
I don't see anybody hurt. Now they're going to crank it back in. And Go third and
Is it going to be third and a yard, maybe?
I think it's going to be hard to tell. Third and
less
inches.
than a yard.
I think it was to look at.
Westy was in front of the line, right?
Great play by Cole there. I call the run. However, they was looking for Nate Forstek, but Sam Barry not in the game there on that play, so I assumed Nate did go out on the pattern, and we talked about that last night. If he's not staying in blocking, he's primarily the receiver on that play, and now it's third and 1 for the Pirates.
Inches. Bayport at the 31. Benson again is going to run straight forward. King's going to come in from his quarterback position and try to make a tackle. But Cole Benson is just able to take the snap and sprint off right guard, follow the big man in front of him, and he's going to have enough for the first down.
I think this drive started with over 5 minutes left in the third quarter for the Pirates.
5:07, yeah.
So they've hammered away about 7 minutes on this clock.
Boy,
and
look at you go.
Right now, math, pretty quick. So right now, if you're Bayport, you love third and ones.
Well, remember
for
they're
about 4 more times.
Their opening possession after the turnover on downs to start the game, they went 7:46.
Well, they're going to pass that up in this drive for sure.
Benson, speed option left, fakes the pitch, then he's going to keep it going forward between the hash marks. And Cole Benson will pick up about 3 on first down.
Cole just looks much more comfortable out there in week 2.
Yeah,
great
first-year
kid.
starter. And
really positive young man. Great baseball player.
yes,
Throws to the upper 80s.
He's going to be a top 2, top 3 pitcher next year.
No question. You
Speaking of baseball,
have 2 really good ones.
we're going to have Harvey on at halftime next week.
Outstanding. Harvey Knutson, head baseball coach of the Pirates.
Make it out to the Week 3 game at Bayport High School, 7 o'clock kickoff. They're going to be honoring the 2 state runner-up teams from the spring months.
There's Tevin.
Tevin's going to get a carry his first of the day off right guard, gets pushing forward, and it takes a couple of Tritons after the first contact to bring down the sophomore.
You talk about Quick Trip. Harvey, big fan of Quick Trip.
Yes, I'm.
There's a Cheddarworth that guy hasn't liked, hasn't met and liked. We'll definitely talk to him maybe about the Cheddarworth.
He is going to be there and possibly bringing a player up, although they had so many seniors, they lost all those kids to college, right? We had Van Lannen on with us last night, or he was watching with us.
In.
And
maybe Theo Zeidler would be a nice guest.
Theo's the only returning starter that was not a senior. I suppose they had one of the outfielders, right? Montgomery's going to shift up the middle and carry it on 1st and 10 for a gain of about 8. Now they bring in the bruising back after you wear Notre Dame down a little bit. And down from the 17-yard line.
I'd say that's a gain of about 4 maybe, Chris. You call it 8. It must be the Keel math.
I missed the yard line, an extra 5 yards.
I'm just saying.
8 minutes of
I know they're a long way away, Chris, but I know Tevin's fast, but not that fast.
And it was Tommy Hall the first 3 quarters. Tevin, the tailback behind Benson. Speed option left. Benson's got it tucked away. He's going to keep it the whole time, trying to get the edge. Block in front by Sam Barry. Push out of bounds as he ducks down inside the 10-yard line where he is shoved out of bounds.
Hard to see that a little bit, but I don't think option on that play. I think Tevin was going to lead him no matter what. It was just going to be a sprint sweep, maybe we could call that, and Tevin leading the way. And
Marking a gain of 3 to the 11-yard line.
7:38. The Pirates continue to burn clock here. On that play, however, Cole steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Try our best to follow with the camera on the far side of the field.
It's a long way away down there.
3rd and 4. Pirates at the 11 trying to go in. Montgomery up the middle, squeezes through inside the 10, down near the 5 or thereabouts, and there's going to be enough for the first down. Only 1st and goal, Bayport.
Pirates doing exactly what they wanted to do. You go all the way back to that 4th down play on this drive. Huge play where they tried to draw him off sides, didn't. But knowing Coach Westerman like I do, there was no question that he just believes in his offensive line and his running game, and it has been ground and pound on this drive with a few sprinkled in Cole Benson to Sam Barry passes, but an impressive drive by the Pirates trying to punch it in here and make it really difficult on the Tritons.
They got to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Bayport. Montgomery, 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns last week, and now a timeout taken by Coach Michael Rader and the Notre Dame Tritons. His first timeout taken after they've.
I think Coach Rader knows, too, if Bayport scores here, it's going to make it really hard. They really can't stop them, so even if the Notre Dame would come down and score in our end zone, we'll call it, it would still be difficult as 7:05 here. And Bayport with one timeout left.
They took it off the wrong team.
Oh, they did.
Tritons will have 2 left. Bayport will have 2 left.
Yeah, it reminds me of the good old days of Pop Warner football, getting up Saturday morning early and coaching some young kids up. And Pop Warner kind of a thing of the past now. And so
see if we can go to our
who's listening, Chris?
Twitterverse. Yep, let's see what we got.
Twitterverse, the Twitter machine.
Back to the old Facebook feed, too, who's watching and listening with us this morning. There, Johnny Nickel in right field is also coming back.
Oh, awesome. Yes.
I couldn't remember if it was Clark or Nickel. One of the
John, quite a year he had in right field, and then he came on with the bat, too.
Yes.
Early on in the year, John was getting pitch hit for, and then John just became a machine, both in the outfield and at the plate.
Jason Ripley, you got 9 in already, I suppose,
Jason's
in Georgia.
probably on the course.
It's almost 11:30 down in Georgia.
He's probably out there on the course watching while playing.
First and goal, 5-yard line. Bayport going to the far end zone. Tevin up the middle, hurdles the guy to the left, begging towards the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
Tevin impressive on that drive as he nimble tiptoed his way through the line and scores, and the Pirates now go up 13, trying to make it 14 on an impressive 10-minute and 3-second drive, Chris? Is that correct?
10:06.
10:06. Wow. Plus, my head thanks them because the clock has been running quickly today, and I don't have a hat on right now. And
Frolically challenged, and there's
Yes.
sun overhead.
thought maybe you'd have the tent up here, but we've decided to go without a net. No safety net today this morning.
Bayport for the extra point. It is Nicholas Fitt. 130-pound, 5'10 senior. The snap hold, kick towards the uprights, and it is up and good.
Nicholas been a nice addition this week. 4 extra points tonight. Boom, that one through downwind.
Well, 1 this morning, 3 last
Good
night.
point. One of the longest games in Pirate history.
We were on air at 6:40, and we'll be done by 11, hopefully.
Yeah, a little snack. Now I'm thinking, we're talking about all this food. It's causing a small problem for me right now. I'm a little hungry.
Oh, Logan Van Lynen is back this morning. with
Nice.
us. Also, Nick Sellison.
Nick, Bayport grad, coached Pop Warner football, speaking of that,
Yeah.
with his dad, Mark. Nick, great guy, coached for us for a while, too. I don't know if Nick's still doing that at Bayview or not, but he's been part of this program. Glad that he's listening in today.
Send us a note where you're listening from. We'll try to get to you. Robert Kennedy.
Robert Kennedy. Braden's probably listening, too, I'm guessing.
Elaine Crone.
It's getting hot.
Carson Gillespie.
Carson Gillespie. Carson works out at the airport. Carson, great young man, Bayport graduate, and loves airplanes. If you want to know something
Yes.
about airplanes, Carson Gillespie.
Oh, yes. I know
will
Mr. Hebert took him out a
answer.
couple
He does.
times.
He used to go watch planes
Yeah.
land, and they actually, the cops pulled him over one time for sitting in the back of the McDonald's parking lot right outside the airport there watching planes, but they got off. That's good.
JoJo Azur for the kickoff. Pirates by 14. And Farside will send Hornacek back to his own 3-yard line. Farside hash. He's going to cut left, cut back right, breaks a tackle, spins off a guy. He's got a far sideline in front of the Bayport bench, and it will be a tackle made by Cooper O'Connell.
Hornacek's impressive, Chris. He's
Yes.
been really impressive at that tailback spot.
Notre Dame's always had a tailback that's been shifty.
Will Zellner, last year's tailback, who didn't get a chance
Their
to see
best of the
Will
bunch
play.
maybe was Nate Eilenfeld, if you
Eilenfeld.
recall. Led them to a state championship and a runner-up back
O'Connell.
years.
But Will Zellner had a big year last year. My college roommates, Tom Zeller, coach for Notre Dame. That's his dad. Will's playing at Eau Claire.
Notre Dame's going to
Second
take
stringer.
over 6:53 left in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame at their own 31.
Pirates need one stop, I think, and this one's over.
Sam Legowski, the quarterback, now working against the clock. Maybe you think that we go pass more, but it's going to be bounced outside and almost a huge play. There was a counter left and then popping it back right was the tailback Hornacek.
This is kind of what we saw at the start of last night's game. Notre Dame moving the ball, moving the ball, moving the ball, then just getting tired. And right now they're doing it again as, both teams when they're rested are pretty even.
Hornacek trying to bounce it out right. Tevin coming up to get a tackle, and then he's going to get help from behind him. He held him up at least, and Avery Avestruz comes through with the stop.
So we're approaching 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Gain of 3, and we'll make it 3rd and a yard to go from their own 40.
At some point, if you're Notre Dame, you're thinking they got to take a shot. And this might be the spot. Definitely 4-down territory.
You're down 2 scores, under 6 to go in the fourth. You're for sure 4-down territory. Depends you want to throw yet or not. I switch the backs in the backfield. And Notre Dame's going to try to push it off of right guard. Carry on the play.
If you're Notre Dame, now you've got to crank it up here a little bit as they walk back to the huddle. But 25-second clock now cranked in, and we're at 5:30. If you're the Pirates, you'll give them 3-4 a play. And Craig Bookinger appears to be over there on the sidelines. We invited him as the third person today. We assumed he'd be fishing or golfing, but
neither.
I think that's Book.
He's got all afternoon.
He does.
Tritons 1st and 10. Up to the 42-yard line. And Legowski looking deep, under pressure, pushed out, rolled out, and taken out of the backfield. Sawyer steps in around the left end from his defensive end position.
Yeah, we talked about Sawyer last week making 2 big tackles for losses in that second half against Middleton. Middleton gave Wanakee a game last night. They were leading in that game.
Yes, I saw that.
However, Wanakee comes back. I watched it. Actually, that's kind of how my life rolls. So I watched Wanakee, came back and won that
still
one.
there?
What?
Nephew still there?
No, not. Graduated from there.
Okay.
I've got another nephew who plays baseball there.
So a sack's going to lead to a loss of 9 on play action. Now they're going to pitch it out wide are the Tritons. Flag flies on the left side. Likely not enough men on the line of scrimmage. And Hornacek's going to be pushed out of bounds, and now we're going to see what the penalty is. It wouldn't be offsides because it has to be blown dead immediately.
Has to be on the offense. I think the referee's talking to the receiver.
Legal shift.
Didn't see
Multiple players moving at the same time.
When the ball snapped.
Yes.
That's frowned upon.
5-yard frowned upon.
Yeah, 5 yards.
So 2nd and 19 is going to turn into 2nd and 24 with 4:21 left just here in the fourth quarter.
It's only a penalty if the ref calls it, and they did.
They called it.
They called it. So now if you're Notre Dame, you're in a position here where you're at 3rd down and 15 or 19. Doesn't look like 19 by the sticks, but it's just kind of a weird angle.
They call themselves Bayport fans. We got 4 kids over there.
Yes, the student section is obviously home studying, getting ready for the upcoming year. Getting the jump on the studies. School starts Wednesday.
Oh, so they call it they decline the penalty to the Pirates.
Ah, sure.
So it's 3rd and 14. Legowski looking deep. He's going to air one down the near sideline, throws it up for grabs, and it's going to be incomplete. Behind his man was the big 6'4" wide receiver, Ethan Wall-Adam. And in coverage was Mason Clark, who
tried to go Odell Beckham on him with the one-hander.
Coach Joe Schluter, the defensive backs coach, loves Mason Clark at coverage, and he was there and made it tough to make the grab. It's 4th and 14.
I can't believe Notre Dame's punting this football.
Boy. Got to be a fake of some sort coming, right?
Well, it has to. They can't punt.
3:56 to go. You're down only 2 touchdowns.
Does Coach know that we didn't start in the first quarter?
No, we are
They're
going to
punt it. Let it go, AJ. Just let it go.
That's interference. Ball hits Corshane. It's going to be muffed, but it will be a kick interference. kick catch interference.
No offense, Chris, but they just punted, didn't they? Obviously, Notre Dame doesn't like the call, but I mean, the only way that they're going to be in this football game is if Bayport fumbles a punt.
I don't understand what Notre Dame is complaining about.
Well, I think
you can put your arms up all you want. You still have to allow the guy to go get the ball.
I mean, they're complaining that they're just frustrated at this point. I mean, they had a chance to get back in this football game and just chose not to go for it on 4th and 15. I'm not saying they would have made it on 4th and 15, but they just didn't stop Bayport on a 10-minute and 6-second drive.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to stop them here. And the Bayport's going to get the ball out probably almost where if they went for it, almost like a turnover on downs. And so the Pirates now have great field position, 3:48.
Scott Vinci said make sure it is the fourth quarter. He's just perplexed by that.
He's perplexed by that. And Scott, very knowledgeable of all sports. And if you don't believe me, just ask him.
So Bayport at midfield takes over 3:48 to go. Perhaps run out the clock here. Tommy Hall in the backfield with his quarterback, a couple yards behind Cole Benson. It's going to be a straight run. Hall's going to go up and try to get around a guy, and Notre Dame's going to have a guy come up gimpy on the right end.
I was going to say, Tommy Hall, we're not pitching the ball out now. So Tommy's just leading the way, much like Tevin did on a play in that last drive. I can't see us pitching it or throwing it. It's ground and pound Bayport football as we're under 3:30 here in the fourth quarter. And my head feels safe right now because we've been running clock a lot, and I think I'm going to be okay.
We started at 10. It's not even 10:40. We're doing fine. Bayport picks up 4 yards on that first down carry, down to the 46. Maybe one first down could ice this away.
I'm surprised Brian Motz can do it, our athletic director. The guy's got a silky smooth dome there going, and he never wears a hat.
Well, don't look there. You don't have your sunglasses on right now.
Oh, yeah, there's a reflection there. No question about it.
And Bayport's going to run the play clock down and then take a timeout. 3 minutes even left here from Notre Dame Academy. Pirates 28-14, they lead it.
Yeah, right when I say things are going in my favor with my follically challenged head, Coach Westerman decides to take a timeout. Beautiful day here from Notre Dame. It's always fun coming here. Good people.
Brian Schaefer's at Fish Creek listening along in lieu of golf today.
Brian's not playing golf today?
No.
He must have some illness that we don't know about. Brian, really good golfer. Have a chance to play with him quite often.
Rod Welch just watching along with us. Chappie.
Chapman.
Let's go on a Saturday morning.
Chapman, our lacrosse coach. So I'm guessing Dr. Schaefer's getting out a little bit later this afternoon, I'm thinking. A little early for him. Surprised he's up, 10:30. Brian, great guy, owns his dental place right off of Lineville there. And my dentist. If you're looking for a dentist, I highly recommend him. Bayport, a little ground and pound here in this half. Impressive. Notre Dame comes out, punches Bayport in the mouth, and Bayport punches them back on a 10-minute drive.
Benson is looking to throw for a pump and go, and this one's going to be blown dead for a false start. Boy, we didn't predict pass play here, but
nope. Not sure why.
Looking for
both teams know that it is the fourth quarter. Do they think we started over? Did we start over, Chris? I mean, maybe that's the bigger question.
Our scoreboard says fourth quarter.
It does.
The one behind us, which is the one that matters.
Right, says
We're
fourth
show
quarter.
the head. Watch out.
That says fourth quarter.
It does
right?
say fourth quarter.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
We've taken care of that. So now we go 2nd and 10.
We started with 7:28 to go in the third.
Both teams figured if they're going to warm up, they might as well spend some more time out here maybe. Well, what are we going to warm up for an hour for? Just to spend 45 minutes out here.
The
warm-up was longer.
The specialists get out for an hour, and we might not play for an hour. Benson runs straight forward on 2nd 11, and Cole's going to get stacked up. I don't know if he got maybe a yard. Under 3 minutes, the clock moves. And now timeout Notre Dame, 2:46 to go. It's going to be 3rd and 10. They'll have one remaining, but.
Well, now if you ran the ball on the previous play, you're down to about 2 minutes with them having no timeouts left.
And you might not have had, you wouldn't have had a false start possibly.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, Chris. That's why we get to announce and the smart people get to coach.
School starts Wednesday, Mike.
Yes, it does. I'll be
your
there.
Second favorite day of the year.
Yes, graduation my first day, and obviously this year I'm jacked up. I mean, we get everybody back, and it'll feel a little bit normal again, and hopefully that's the case. And obviously COVID protocol, something we're still dealing with every day. We talked about it last night, and in athletics and in the school building and for extracurriculars. If students are vaccinated, 12 and older are allowed to be vaccinated now, and if you're vaccinated, you're a close contact with someone who has COVID, you get to continue to stay in school. You get to continue to play athletics. You get to continue to be in the band or the fall play. If you're not vaccinated, you're looking at being quarantined for 10 days, 7 if you get a test and test negative for COVID. And so if you want to remain active in school, in person, and athletically or other extracurricular things, the vaccination is definitely the way to go.
3rd and 10, back at the midfield stripe where this drive started. Cole Benson takes a snap, sprint out right, looking for somebody. Comeback route, Sam Barry makes the grab, falls to the ground to go get it, which effectively marks him down. It's near the line to gain in front of the Bayport bench, and it's going to be enough for the first down. Picks up 11.
I tell you, Sam Barry's impressive. He's a possession guy. He can go deep. He runs great routes. And Cole Benson has been just on the money through that one where only one guy's going to catch it, and that's Sam Barry as he goes to the ground. And Pirates now with 2:30 and counting have a chance just to run this clock out.
Marketed gain of 12 on the completion. They needed 10. And now Cole Benson staring at the back. Judge puts his arm up for 10 left on the play clock. Shift the formation. Tommy Hall behind his quarterback. Tommy, you had the touchdown. Bayport's second touchdown, right?
Tommy's
the
had
first
a really
one.
good game. He's been impressive here last night and today.
Tommy had the second touchdown.
I'm guessing his numbers have to be close to 100 yards.
Kimberly 31-0 at half.
And who are they playing, Chris?
At Ashwaubenon.
Yeah, the Jaguars taking one on the chin.
You can definitely see that what we've known for years, the FRCC is unbelievably weak.
I would agree. I mean, you saw that last week even with only a few teams winning.
People always wondered, how does Bayport stack up with those teams? Quite frankly, Bayport's had a couple teams that can compete really well. Nobody else in the conference really can. And we see that redundantly now with Tommy Hall's going to break one off right guard, pushing forward, just simply a power dive play. And it looks like it's going to be enough for a Bayport first down. Gain of 10, move the sticks.
Got to love that offensive line. Jake Lindquist in there right now making plays happen, along with Josh McDonald, Jake Buckner, Nate Forstek, that tight end position staying in the block a lot of the time. I'm trying to think of who I'm missing
Austin
out there.
Holton.
Austin Holton has done a great job.
And 60 is Ethan Michaels.
Ethan Michaels, they've been impressive last night and tonight. We'll feature them maybe next week during our broadcast.
So a kneel down from Cole Benson. We are under a 1 minute to go here from Notre Dame Academy. Well, you could bring Westy over post-game.
I could if he would show up. But I think he's just happy to get a victory here. Kind of a weird turn of events, obviously, from last night to today. But Bayport's going to get the victory. Go to 2-0.
All right, it's one more kneel down as we tick under 30 seconds. Benson, the snap from Michaels, drops back a step, drops to his right knee, and this one is a final. 28-14. So we resume play on a Saturday morning, play for 42 minutes, which again, they warmed up pregame longer than that, but we finish the last quarter and plus. Bayport 28-14.
Well, Chris, it's been fun. I feel like I just got here.
So we'll step aside, take a quick break as we will recap this one. Pirates, they're victorious. You listen to Bayport Pirate Football.
Anduzzi's, voted Green Bay's best bar 3 years straight, is bumping out some serious fun. And hey, look at there, you're on the guest list. Live and local is how Anduzzi's phenomenal live music every week. Time out. Have you been on the patio at Anduzzi's? Full bar, full menu, full service. Inside or out, Anduzzi's is ready for you to come hang out. And with 4 locations, I'm not seeing a viable excuse why we won't see you tonight. Anduzzi's Sports Club, Green Bay East, Green Bay West, Kimberly, and Howard. Online at Anduzzi's.com. So what makes Anduzzi's so different? Come and find out.
Synergy Sports Performance is your local athletes training facility. We build for speed, agility, and physical strength to make them better on the field. And we build character to make them better off the field. Work out with us at synergyfields.com.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the Acute Injury Clinic at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists. It's not urgent care, it's not the ER, it's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The Acute Injury Clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. And don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
Today's Bayport football game proudly supported by Gallagher's Pizza, Italian Food, and Irish Spirit. By Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists of Green Bay. Bayport Hockey Boosters. By Advanced Digital. Vandervest Harley-Davidson. By Anduzzi Sports Club. Synergy Sports Performance. By Team Apparel and Specialties. By Townline Pub and Grill. Bell and Health, Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics. The Press Times, your local paper and online source for Pirate Athletics. By Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. And by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club.
Just so we know, Karen, if you're listening, we found Otis. Yeah, he's here. It's all good. It's all good. So. Yeah, I mean, Otis, what are you doing up so early? That's the question. Joined by Otis Chambers here as we wrap it up, Chris, from Notre Dame.
Yeah, let's make sure that we flip this to final. As the Pirates get the victory. You can take an hour break, and then perhaps you can go catch the Packer game. Yeah. Maybe a little improvement from us to Kevin Harlan, who is, of course, right. He went to Abbott Pennings.
Yes, he did. And so, well, you be the judge of that. We'll let you out there, Pirate Nation, decide who'd you rather listen to. But Getson's probably you, Chris. Well, wrap it up because I'm hungry.
All righty. Bayport comes back. We start 7:28 in the third quarter. They get the. After the interception, Notre Dame drives down the field. Mike, all of a sudden we have a little bit of a game. It's 21-14.
Yeah, big fourth down play then for the Pirates to kind of keep that clock going, and they go on a 10-minute and 6-second drive. Yeah. Impressive for the Pirates.
And that sends things well into the fourth quarter, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by Tevin Montgomery. Bayport goes up 28-14. Clock runs out after a couple of punts. And that is how this one ends. We're back next Friday.
Sheboygan North, and hopefully see Jaden Montgomery with his first action of the year, the Iowa recruit.
Yep. And then school year starts on Wednesday, so we'll get back into things with volleyball coming up and some other things
Outstanding.
perhaps.
Outstanding.
So for Mike Frieder, I'm Chris Learman. Nate Rickle last night. Pirates 28-14. They get the win. Have a wonderful start to your weekend, Howard Swamico. You've been listening to Bayport Pirate Football on NEW Sports Radio.